Hello team, how are we doing today? It's another episode of the Shop Chronicles. Sorry about the lighting, proper miserable weather. Where's the sun gone, man? Yeah, so I thought we'd give you a little update. Listening to the tunage, I suppose I should probably turn that off. We're off to the shop. We're actually going to WICKES, the joys, the exciting times. But thought we'd give you a quick whip around the shop, show you the progress, and talk about the usual dramas. So here we go, the Shop Chronicles.
Not quite.
So, little update. The famous VAT man. We wanted to submit our VAT return, as everybody does. Get a little bit of cash back. Turns out we missed the deadline by a day with the shop. But pain in the arse. But we'll have to find a way around it. All the best laid plans on that. We've also discovered that quite a bit of the work, as we've started to do the overhaul, it's like anything, you lift up a rock, you find another thing and another thing and another thing and another thing. So we've now ended up with some plumbing work we weren't expecting to have to do, as well as some electrical work that we weren't expecting to have to do. So yeah, luckily we've done quite well on the budgeting. So yeah, we'll have to be a bit careful with the old cash, but we're going good guns. We budgeted well. It's just really about getting the shop open. We really don't want to roll on past the 21st, because after all these months of setting everything up, you just want to get open. Really, we don't want more than 3 weeks of painting and sticking things up and all the usual gubbins. So yeah, we're pushing super hard now to really get the shop sorted. So I'll take you in. We're here now. Show you where we're at, and then we'll get going to WICKES, and then I've got a bunch of phone calls, and then a load of painting and tiling and all of the joys. I think this also goes to show that the world of who's that that's part there? The world that we live in, it ain't all that glamorous. You got to muck in and you got to get it done yourself, because it ain't easy. Yo, so we're here, we're in the office, my newly painted office, or mine and the Stig's newly painted office. Yeah, we'll give you a whip round, show you where we're up to, and we'll keep you up to date as we go through the day, so you get a bit of experience of what it's like, the glamorous side of owning your own business and starting investments and that. It starts with a lot of graft. And this is what's going to be the kitchen. So this is big yellow wall becoming a big blue wall. We recently did the office, so we've actually got somewhere to work out of in between decorating. We've got to call suppliers, speak to the bank, get the internet and phones and everything set up. The Stig painted the toilet today because the Stig loves a dump. And then out in the shop, everything's come out now. We're having the floors ripped up, having all the lights changed in the ceiling, and then everything you can see here is also going to change. So this will all be taken out and taken back to bare brick and covered, and then we've started to cover the walls with the plasterboards now. There's the lads doing some other fixtures and fittings. And this was us just before we headed off to WICKES. So we'll take you to WICKES now, because who doesn't love going to WICKES? Welcome back, team. It's coming on to 8, 9 o'clock at night. We're still going, listening to the tunes, big up to 5. Show you some progress. When you're down, what was once slightly piss yellow is now becoming the blue of Smithton as we start to take a little bit of shape. I'll show you the tiling courtesy of Papa Bear. Something for the ladies coming up. The Stig's legs, tense the calves, and the ceiling we are bit by bit getting through now. Take it. Oh, anyway, get on up when you're down. So it looks like Soddle's happened, but actually quite a bit's taken place in the last couple of days. Everything's gone. The back walls we have plasterboarded and they will be plastered and painted. This fridge, this thing, this motherfucker has been the bane of our life. Partially connected, partially disconnected. And as we have found today, more people come and tell us that bits and bobs are broken or not quite as they should be. So tick off another few £100. Luckily we budgeted well, so there's money in the budget, but it never gets any less painful. So, little status update then. So we've had the costs go up. Electricity, there is a problem with some of the wiring. Say my name. And turns out there is no waste disposal under any of the sinks, so we've had to get the plumber in to fix those. As I said, I mentioned the electrics. There's a couple of problems with the fridges, so we've got to get them redone. And that one's got to go. What else has happened? Oh, the alarms, although they all work, which is obviously a good thing. For the insurance and stuff, we're going to have to upgrade them. So bit by bit, every £100 keeps ticking up and ticking up and ticking up and ticking up. So yeah, as I say, luckily we'd given ourselves some wiggle room and we've kept under the ceiling of the budget. But we got a few bits and bobs that we're trying to get back in VAT terms. So whilst the cost of the job is where we thought it would be, cash out, cash in, as I've said in other videos about kind of work, cash is king. That's the bit we're really trying to focus on at the minute, is making sure that we stay in the positive, because once the shop is open, cash is coming in, and then we're essentially upgrading this to a very premium fit out, so we're not compromising on that. But things like the coffee shop out the back, until we can even legally open it, we are doing that, but we haven't decided yet. I think we're on day 3 of potentially 21 of the fit out, so we'll probably make a decision on that this time next week. But that is it for today. That is the Shop Chronicles. I'm going to go back and help the Stig do some more painting and decorating, and we'll come back at you later in the week. But as always, please like, please subscribe, please share. We are making this wonderful facility for the local community, and hopefully make a bit of profit. I'm not going to pretend it's all for the good, but as always, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.